Welcome back, guys, and it is the third match of the day. We just saw the first matches from all players, so all players have played something. If we go ahead and look at the brackets right now, we can see that Muzzy did take the series over Tides, a 3-1, which was pretty quick. But Tom Fleur did a clean sweep Darkwonyx, and even if it was a clean sweep, it took longer than the first match, just because the Darkwonyx picked some interesting decks that don't end the game too fast, and yeah, it went for a while, but hopefully we get to see Darkwonyx's decks in action in the future.
Yeah, especially the priest. We never got to see the priest.
No, 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 no. We
So that
can't we
one's
can't
still
just
a
end the
surprise.
tournament without seeing a priest, right?
Definitely, definitely. And so far, I think we've had what the fans would say some upsets again. So Group
Yeah.
A, we had upsets, and then Group B, I think the fan favorite went down match one, and then the fan favorite went down match two as well. So interesting to see new players, new faces coming into the scene.
Yeah, I mean, the qualifiers definitely show why they deserve a spot in this tournament, and yeah, the results kind of show. Just go with the consistency. Go with what you know, and I think both of these qualified players played pretty well. And we just got word that Muzzy seems to have some internet problems right now, so we are going to jump right into Tides and Darkwonyx's match in the losers bracket first, because they are ready to go and they're ready to play. So as soon as they load up the game, we can get to see their matchups and the deck selections.
Sweet. Who do you think's gonna win?
Well, hmm. I think Darkwonyx might be able to win because Tides is running, the standard list that Darkwonyx we might be more expecting.
Yeah,
So,
the hunter.
yeah.
Yeah, I think Dark Onyx is. I haven't seen the priest yet, but priest is traditionally really good against hunter, and I can't imagine how those other decks can't do well against hunter. I think
Right.
that he had a plan going into this. He designed his decks to target the hunter, and tides of time, his hunter might just get bullied out of this tournament.
Yeah, I don't know, but Face Hunter can always do Face Hunter stuff. Like I always thought that Priest would do really well against Face Hunter, obviously, right? But
Yeah,
then you do need that when you stabilize at like turn 6 or 7, you do need the extra healing. So if you run double left
definitely.
and R with Holy Fire, that would be good. If you're running Deathlord Priest, you really need to draw early on because they don't run Light of the Naru or anything like that. So it really depends on what Dark Onyx is running. But I guess the Fatigue Mage or the Grinder Mage, more like that will do really well, right? Double Molten Giants, we got anti-Q bots,
And
duplicates, and
echo,
ice barriers for days.
yeah,
That's
and
really
both
good to see.
blocks, like so much
And
survivability
and even the rogue, right? We have double heal bot. You
and
can
gang
shadow
up.
step the NT heal bot. Yeah, gang up. You have like 8 NT heal bots. If he's running 2 copies of it, oh my god, just healing for
Yeah,
days.
so much
Yeah.
healing, but it's still you can heal as much as you want. You still need to actually kill your opponent's minions. Like if
Yep.
the Wolf Rider connects 3 times, then it doesn't matter how much you're healing for, you're gonna die.
Yeah.
So he's also got to draw some of that removal, and we saw that he didn't have frost bolts, so he could run into trouble maybe if the hunter is able to like coin knife juggler, and then he has just no response for the knife juggler, and the knife juggler allows to persist for most of the game and get in a ton of damage. So we'll still have to play out the games and see how it goes.
All right. So yeah. Once again, guys, as soon as the game is loaded, we'll jump right. And there we go. Tides is he might be playing on this laptop or something because his webcam keeps on shifting. So
Yeah.
it's that, and of course, Dark Wanix has this very stylish background with the I don't know, is it like a glass lap or something that's behind him?
Uh, it looks like a portrait of like a bridge to
Uh,
nowhere, just like an
no.
endless
Oh.
bridge of opportunities. I don't know.
Oh wow. Okay. I like that. It's a good way of
Yeah.
interpreting this. Have you done like art classes when you were in school?
No,
No.
I'm not an artist. I do remember our picture at Via game though. That was some good art.
Oh, well,
Our
I wouldn't
abstract
consider
art.
that art. Oh, the abstract art. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, when
I
the
don't
power
know.
went out, that was pretty funny.
Oh, man. The endless bridge of opportunities is a very good what's that word called? Um,
Metaphor,
no, just a way of like,
perception,
like
interpretation.
interpret. Yes, yes. Okay, I'm
All
really
right,
bad.
back into
Oh
the game.
man,
We have the
okay, let's do
priest.
it. Priest, I'm hyped. All right.
All right, we see Deathlord and we see Alkanized Circle. All right, not Alkanized Circle, but we see Alkanized. And typically, does the Light Bomb Priest run Alkanized?
It typically doesn't. So it's either usually the
Yeah, it's
either
usually one or the other, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. But Kalento has been playing priest deck that has been running both.
All
So
right.
Darkwonyx might have got some inspiration from Kalento's deck. But the problem with Death Lord is of course the Black Knight. So as long as you dodge the Black Knight, this deck is actually not bad against the Druid. I think this is actually the best priest deck against Druid. Um,
Hmm.
although best priest deck doesn't really mean much against Druid. So
I
yeah,
like Darkwonyx's opening. He's got
yeah, it's
Northshire
pretty solid.
Cleric and a coin Deathlord potentially, or maybe just Northshire Cleric, coin Power Word Shield to play around a Wrath. But
Right?
at the same time, I like Tides. Oh well, he didn't keep Emperor Thorson. That's interesting. Is a lot of people were keeping it in their opening hand. He decides
Right?
to throw it back. Emperor Thorson, I think Priest is generally slow enough that you could maybe keep it, but still, it's such a new card that no one really knows how you're supposed to play it. Zombie Chow turn one for Darkwonyx is pretty solid. So now his gonna be able to bait out the Wrath to keep the Northshire Cleric safe. Just
Yeah, you
guarantee he gets
definitely
value out of it.
definitely want to keep your Northshire Clerics around against the Druid matchup. And here we have a Power Word Shield on the Cleric. Very solid turn two.
Yeah, keeping the girls safe.
Yep. Keep your girl safe, guys.
Yeah. All right. Roar, not a very helpful card to pick up here. Looks like
Uh,
Tides is not gonna
right.
have a turn, which is really unfortunate.
Oh, we have the new card in store here. Oh man,
Wow.
that is gonna be good. Oh man, Dark. This is Resurrect. Wait, what do you think Dark Waters is running in this priest deck with the Resurrect?
Uh, I don't know. He's probably got like Sylvanas and just like the standard bombs. I haven't seen anything that besides Resurrect that shows that it's maybe not standard priest deck. Maybe he's just assuming that generally a card that dies is going to be greater than 2 mana, so Resurrect will just get value.
Okay, well so far the only minion has died is Zombie Chow, so the Resurrect is pretty much negative value right now.
Yeah, right now.
Death Lord's gonna come down here, just gonna pray your opponent doesn't have Innervate Black Knight. That would suck.
Yeah, I mean it's really rare for them to have it. Wow, Tides draws dead again. That's
Yeah, I mean
really unfortunate.
it is unfortunate, but at the same time, like Death Lord is so good against Druid because it's really hard for them to do 8 damage to a minion. Like very difficult.
Especially when you can constantly keep healing it with the Northshire Cleric and drawing
Yeah,
cards.
yeah.
It's a really sick combo. Looks like he's gonna go for Injured Blade Master coin heal.
That seems better because if you play Alkanai, you cannot use the heal part on your own creatures anymore, and you're just what pinging the face. That's
Yeah,
not
and you
really
really want to heal up that Death Lord and the Blade Master and all the other cards that you have to heal and draw
right.
with them.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a solid 5-drop for next turn now.
Jones, yeah, Harrison Jones means that he can actually play something turn five, which is good. Insta
Lotheb
Lotheb,
immediately comes down. He's probably gonna
Insta
play Thorson next turn, or maybe Sylvanas.
something like that. But over at Dark Waters' side first. Hmm. I guess Harrison is the play.
Yeah, it's either Harrison or you could like heal the Blade Master and then kill it, but that seems really weak. You don't develop anything,
Yeah.
and it's not really challenging anything. And honestly, if you just play Harrison and go all face, it sets up for a good Holy Nova for next turn.
Right. Really good Holy Nova actually.
Yeah.
Now is the dream like the Death Lord pulls out something like a Heap of the Grove because it loses the battle card as well, and you can steal it. Oh man.
That is definitely the dream.
Yep.
I imagine we're gonna see. I think
So
yeah, Sylvanas. You need to fight back on boards. Like Thorson's
yeah.
great and all, but it doesn't have immediate board potential, whereas Sylvanas has a lot more threat on board.
Gonna have to go ahead and attack as well. Holy fire! So wow, this piece might just burst out the druid.
Yeah, wow.
I don't think we
He's
ever
got
heard that
12,
before.
17 damage right now.
It's a lot of
That's a
damage.
lot. Yeah, maybe he will just go all face. I mean, you don't really want to trade into Sylvanas that badly. But if you do trade in Sylvanas and it takes the Death Lord, for example, it might actually be
Oh,
beneficial for you.
oh my god. Yeah, and then you put a rag, and then the rag dies to BGH, and then you resurrect it.
Oh my god, that
Wow.
sequence.
Uh-huh. But
Lamar's
nah.
just called it. It's gonna happen.
No. I think Dark Goddess is gonna go with a much more consistent play. Yeah, no need to be fancy if you're playing a fancy deck already.
Priest is a fancy deck?
Priest is a fancy deck.
Huh. What makes a deck fancy?
You're kind of it's stylish, right?
It's stylish.
Or,
I think
yeah,
this cast is biased towards Priest.
I think it is.
At the point.
I can't argue with you there. But yeah,
Druid's not very stylish, I'll give you that much.
yeah, maybe not, but it works.
It definitely works, but not this time. That
Alright,
is some face
let's-
damage going in.
Oh my god, damages! Druid is down to 7.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Innervate. Is that going to be enough to help him here? He has the combo available now, so he can clear a lot of minions.
Right.
And get one off Deathlord, which could possibly be a taunt. He hasn't drawn any Belchers yet.
Oh yeah, taunts would be good. But he also has the Farseer to try and heal himself back up a little bit. Another play he could do is well, I mean, I think you should start with killing the Deathlord and see what happens first. I mean, I'm not really sure what is gonna happen.
It looks like he's thinking about the Innervate combo.
Oh yeah, you can clear the whole board, I guess. Steal possibly the Blade Master. I think
Yeah.
you can make it cut.
Yeah, you can try and steal something good here.
Alright.
And let's see if he can get a taunt off this Belcher. He's probably aiming to do that. Oh, that's probably not what he wants to get off of it, because now he can't use its Battle Cry, which is so good in this matchup, because oftentimes the Priest can grind you out of cards.
Yeah, I guess so, but at the same time, Tides does have the Farseer. Tides is rubbing his eyes and go like, oh my god, this is really confusing. Well, ends up killing that, just clearing the board, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. Like, if he sacrificed the Sylvanas, he could
Well,
have
how was
stolen
he-
something. Oh my
Was
god.
there a minion he could have sacrificed the Sylvanas to? You mean into the Harrison Jones?
Yeah, in the Harrison Jones.
Yeah. Could have
maybe.
stolen something that way. Now he's going to get no value off of it after the Holy Nova.
Alright, is this a Resurrect turn?
He has 2 mana. Here it comes.
Oh
Blade
my
Master is a
God.
4/7.
Wow.
That's really
I would
good.
play its mana 4/7.
Yeah.
Aw.
I guess I personally didn't even know that it would resurrect the Blade Master as a 4/7.
Oh yeah, no battle cards are active anymore.
Mm-hmm. That's actually pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, if it does the Blade Master, yes. Now the Druid is starting to come back on the board here.
Imagine if it was the Zombie Chow.
Yeah, Zombie Chow would actually.
That would have been very detrimental.
Yeah, and all these Cabal Shower Priests right now. doesn't seem
Resurrect
like-
number 2.
Okay, and oh.
Northshire Cleric.
that
Wah,
not-
wah.
Wait, well, actually, is that not? It's not that bad, right? You get a
I
card
mean, you
draw.
can get a card draw, but you have to heal your opponent. I mean, I guess you heal your
No,
Blade
no,
Master. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But still, then you're not doing anything else, really. Eh.
Emperor also drawn here. Yeah, it's just like the Cabal Shadow Priest. When you run 2 in the deck, you really need to not draw them back to back, or you need to draw a Shankmeister along with them. That's the problem with that card. It's really good, but it's also really bad when you have nothing to do with them.
Looks like the Druid could clear the board here and play Emperor, or could play Piloted Sky Golem. I actually like Piloted Sky Golem a little bit more than Emperor, I think.
Okay.
Just because Emperor doesn't even get that much value. Your hand size is so small. And Piloted Sky Golem is such a better body on the board. You trade
seems
with a
like
lot more
Ty-
things. And
Tides agrees with you, looks like. And there you go. And BG as well,
EGH
wow.
is coming down. He's really trying to push for damage here. He's already used one set of his combos, so he knows he needs to really get in there and push for damage if he's going to win. He's at a card disadvantage, so I like his stance of being way more aggressive. Try and squeeze out a cheesy victory instead of letting the game go longer, where Priest can benefit more from their card advantage.
Doesn't seem like Priest has a. I guess Darkwonyx would kill for a Smite right now. Like, it's such a regular card, right? You know, Smite is just 1 mana, deal 2 damage, but it actually won the game here.
He needs to find the second Holy Nova is what he needs to find. The swipe drawn for Tides of Time. Not terrible.
Not terrible.
Yeah, it allows him to trade with the Big Game Hunter after swiping the Blade Master.
Mm-hmm.
And then develop his own Thorson. just for mainly the 5/5 body at this point, and then just keep pushing board control, pushing for damage. Those Cabal Shadow Priests were not the most beneficial draw for Darkwonyx. They were just very dead
Yeah.
in the hand, not accomplishing much. The Holy
Oh!
Nova. Oh, if
Wait,
he
that's
had
it!
that,
What the heck?
that's lethal. That's
Lethal!
lethal.
That's
Off the Emperor
crazy!
Thorson. Wow.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh no. Wait, does he see this? Because usually Holy Fire costs 6. You don't usually play Holy Nova and Holy Fire at the same turn.
Yeah, it looks like he sees it. He's going in for it.
My god.
Wow.
What a way to go out.
That's crazy. And those two Cabal Shadow Priests just watching still. But it's impressive. Darkwonyx able to take a very unfavorable matchup because Tides had so many dead draws in the beginning. Like, he hero powered on like turn 3, he hero powered on turn 4. He didn't actually play a real card till turn 5. So that can happen sometimes. It's a card game.
All I know right now is that Priest has a 100% win rate.
I mean,
okay?
Come on. Like, Tides missed most of his drops and still almost won the game. He still almost won the game. Like
100% win rate, guys. If you want a 100% win rate today, you better be starting playing the Resurrect Priest with 4/7 for 2 mana.
You have to get really lucky with the Priest to win that game. And that's what happened.
That's not a believer.
I'm not a believer at all. I don't.
Alright, well, are you a believer in Darkwonyx's next 2 decks? The Rogue with double heal bot and the Mage with double heal bot.
I mean, they're going to beat Face Hunter. That's what I think. So.
Okay. Oh, wow. So it seems like Darkwonyx is like bullying Tides as a hunter here. So that might work out.
Definitely with the heal bots and stuff and all of his decks and the healing and the healing.
Yeah, I mean, I remember you said that, in Conquest you can just formulate a matchup, just beats on one deck very, very consistently, and I guess Darkwonyx is taking that exact route.
Yeah, the problem with this route, though, is later on, if you face someone like how he faced Tom earlier, who didn't even have a hunter, and none of his decks can do anything. Yeah. So it's a risky strategy. Very bold. Tides, again, no Innervate, no Wild Growth. It's a sad day.
Well, yep, sad day to be a druid.
Even with 2 heal bots and Gang Up and Shadow Step, Rogue might still be favored, just because Rogue cards are so efficient against Druid.
Well, you're making it sound like Gang Up and, Shadow Step are bad cards.
Against Druid, I don't think they're the greatest cards. It's much more a tempo matchup, not a card advantage matchup. And so Gang Up gives card advantage, and Shadow Step, in a sense, gives card advantage, because you can like trade and then Shadow Step, or get the Battle Cry twice to gain card advantage.
Right.
But not very board or tempo impactful, and it's very much so a tempo matchup, I believe.
Right. Well, getting with Tides, you can actually put Shredder into Shredder, so that's pretty good.
I like the SI coming down this turn. I think it's really good. You don't get the Battle Cry off of it, but as I've been saying, like, tempo matchup. Just having things on the board, having tempo is really important in this matchup.
Okay.
But yeah, Tides responds with Coin Shredder into Shredder. So a little bit of a slow start for him, but still not a bad start.
Oh.
Gang Up.
Well, that might see some play.
Yeah, I mean, he's floating 2 mana this turn if he wants to Eviscerate.
Yeah.
Good Gang Up SI7s. SI7s are very good against Druid, but not that good. I don't know if you want... Like, if I had the choice to run 5 SI7s against a Druid, I don't think I would. It's very weird.
It is a very weird card, for sure.
Yeah. Like... Because then you have such a high chance of drawing SI7, and that's not something you want to draw, really, in the immediate.
Right. Man, what if you can gang up spells? Would that be better?
Yeah, that would be a lot better. You could gang up some oils and just kill everybody. Just infinite damage.
So here we go. What's going to pop out? 1 health minion is what Darkwonyx wants to see. No.
That 2/3 is pretty good as well. Anything that's not a 3/2, you have to be happy with. I think... Oh, he's going to go with Keeper and kill the 3/1. I like that. If he plays the Shredder, it just dies to the 3/1. So getting that Keeper out there to take care of it, very good. And he's going to be met by a Belcher.
Belcher, and actually he's pretty effective here.
Yeah, it stops the Keeper. Sure. Spell power is always really good in Rogue. Looks like
Turn
we're gonna see
5 over
Lotheb.
here. Lotheb.
Yeah, you don't want to play Drake because it's only got 4 power, so it doesn't really trade favorably with the Belcher, and you don't really want to play it into the spell power, I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
But he's gonna play the Drake, maybe save Lotheb for some sort of lethal setup with the combo. I can get behind that either way. Cold Light Oracles. So maybe it
Oh,
is a mill rogue after
so
all.
it's wait. So it's a mill oil rogue.
Yeah,
So
that's interesting.
wow.
Playing a
Huh.
lot of
So you get like 2 win conditions now instead of just one. You can kill your opponent or you can mill them out.
Darkwonyx has the ability here to Fan of Knives, then hit the face and Blade Flurry to kill both of his opponent's minions without losing any minions.
What if he draws a preparation?
If he draws prep, he also has the ability to do that. Or maybe a Deadly Poison.
Let's see. Not quite.
Yeah. Is he going to use Gang Up this turn to get the more Cold Light Oracles? No,
I
he's
don't
gonna...
think I don't think Tides even knows he has a gang up, right?
If he was watching the previous games, he saw Darkwonyx draw it.
Okay. Oh my god, gang up on a Cola Oracle can be pretty sick.
Yeah. So Tides is he gonna fatigue? No, he's got exactly 10 now, so he's not gonna fatigue yet.
Alright. Well, I guess that's why Darkwonyx's previous matchup with this Rogue seems really clunky, right? He is running so many
Tech cards, yeah.
Tech cards, yeah. But now the Cola Oracle makes it so that he can draw all those tech cards at the same time and just have his pick of whatever fits the situation.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate that Tides wasn't able to draw Wild Growth early, because having the extra mana is really helpful when your opponent gives you more cards.
Right, of course.
And then it allows you to empty your hand faster and not get milled as much.
Oh
by
my
Cold Light Oracle.
god!
Second Cold Light Oracle picked up here.
Wow. Well, I don't know what you're gonna. I don't know what to do here.
I think you can start with Cold Light Oracle, right? You can't
Well,
really kill the Vector.
if you gang up on the Cola Oracle first, then you have a bigger chance of drawing a Cola Oracle after your Cola Oracle, right?
That's
Yeah.
one way to do it. You could gang up on Dr. Boom, too.
Oh, you could, but nah. Oh my god!
That is
Fish
a lot of
people!
Cold Light Oracles. So yeah, he's going to gang
Fish
up first, then Cold Light Oracle, maybe?
people. Well, I guess you still want to clear the board, right?
I mean, you
Nope.
could trade to clear the board.
Oh my god, he's milling! Tides is getting milled!
Yeah.
Both up drawn and oil as well.
Yeah, not very helpful yet. Looks like he's going to leave the Boombots up. Doesn't play around Roar very much to leave them up.
Well, he's gonna stab one of those, I think.
He's going to stop one of them, sure.
Oh, Thomas dies. Goes SI.
And, oh yeah, he's going to kill both of them. He's not leaving them up.
And redaggering. Oh no, fish people died. And
Yeah, well, you got more of them, so you're not too worried.
Tides lost a Farseer. And the problem with Druid is that you can realistically only play a maximum of 2 cards per turn.
Yeah, but if he's able to get Innervate and live till like turn 10, he's going to have double combo.
That's true. Unless his Innervate gets milled, right?
Unless his Innervate gets milled, yeah. Because has he used any Innervates this game?
No. Oh yeah, he did. He just used one with Innervate Dr. Boom.
So yeah, he's got one more Innervate left, which he's... Like, against a mill deck, generally they don't run too much damage, but Darkwonyx's mill deck has double oil. So it's gonna be interesting to see if Tides of Time is gonna play around double oil or not. Because I personally, when I see a mill deck, I assume they don't run any damage, and they just rely on fatiguing your opponent as the win condition. So I wouldn't be playing around the burst from Darkwonyx.
Right.
But let's see what Tides of Time does.
Vanillite seems pretty good here. And I mean, with a mill rogue, you can actually put in cards to draw more cards because, you know, you have gang up. So it actually like playing a 36 card deck or something like that. So it doesn't really matter. You want to draw more cards to actually keep up with the pressure.
Sure.
I guess the best response to Lotheb is Lotheb yourself.
If he Lothebs and goes face, he can set up lethal with the combo.
Okay.
With assuming that either one of those 2 minions stick. It looks like
Face
that's
it
exactly
is.
what he's gonna do. Yeah, he's committed just setting up face here. It's impossible, I think, for the rogue to kill him with wow, he would have been able to deadly oil if not for that Lotheb. But it's really hard for the rogue to kill him, not making all of his spells cost way more, because his win condition is, of course, spells.
Does NT Bot save him right now? 26. Your opponent
he's
has
able
like
to-
9, plus 14. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the Lothab needs to trade for the Lothab.
Is he gonna take out the Lothab, or is he gonna take out the? Is he taking out nothing?
Yeah, he's taking out the Lothab with the Lothab.
Oh, all right. Yeah, he's making that trade.
Yeah.
So that's only 23 damage from Tides of Time's hand.
Yep. Is he still gonna go for it though? I mean, he has double combo.
You have to kind of be worried about
Dying?
dying a little bit. Yeah.
But you
Maybe.
just said that it's a mill rogue, so you're not worried about dying at all.
I mean, but you can afford to kind of. I don't. It's gonna be interesting to see what he does. But
Actually, I guess you can just use the trains to kill the 3/3s because you're set up for lethal anyways there, right? So you might as well just clean the board.
But you can calculate the max amount of damage that Darkwonyx can do and just kill enough. Like if he happens to run it. But I wouldn't be surprised if he goes all face, because like it's very, very standard for no rogue not to run any damage. But he's gonna make the safer play here because he has the ability to.
Vanish!
Well played by Tides.
Oh my god. This is a mill rogue.
Yeah, that is some techie mill road cards.
Not today though. This is not gonna work today, Darkwonyx. So not this match at least.
So Darkwonyx only has 14 damage that he can do. Not
Only
quite 21.
14.
Yeah.
That's comparable to combo, right?
Yeah.
Fan into a sap, I guess, but nah, it's still very low.
He's gonna try and vanish, I guess.
Oof.
And I guess equip one of the oils right now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I think I would. Start building up the dagger for your giant flurry.
Alright. Unfortunately for him, Tides is running double combo and is going to take this game.
Yeah. Turns out when you give your opponent all their cards, sometimes they draw combo.
And so like that. Boom, boom, boom. Darkwonyx is gonna drop his first game against Tides. At least it's evened up right now. And like we said, both of these decks do really, really well against the Face Hunter and the Warrior, right? Maybe not Rogue against the Warrior, perhaps, but the Grinder Mage does pretty well against Warriors. I think Darkwonyx just got pretty unlucky in the last game there without getting his Polymorph against the Ysera. So,
Definitely. I think the Rogue could do pretty well against the Warrior, honestly. Like, if you can fill up their hand, then Sap becomes a 2-mana Assassinate, for example. Like,
oh wow,
so
yeah.
you have a lot of possibilities to deal with their big threats pretty efficiently. So, and Warrior is one of those decks that kind of has a hard time playing all of their cards, because you can't really play more than one thing when most of your cards are like giant bombs, for example. So,
Makes sense. So what do you pick here as Darkwonyx?
I think I'd just give the Rogue another go.
Okay. Oh, there you go. Oh, but then it's gonna be the Rogue versus the Warrior. Good thing for Darkwonyx is that he can actually change his game plan from killing his opponent to milling his opponent. So with the starting hand, are you just looking for Cold Light Oracles then?
Yeah, that's what I would do. I'd just try and find Cold Light Oracles, because you need to draw into your own things that make Cold Light Oracles better to mill better.
Yeah.
So,
Well, the pure mill deck right now we're seeing in some ladder games is that they run Sabotage. It's basically like removal, right? And it also removes the Warrior's weapon. So if Sabotage is actually found in Darkwonyx's deck, that would be very key. But it doesn't seem like he's running that in this particular one.
the question is, does Tides really want to keep Acolyte Pain Cruel Taskmaster, which is normally like a really good opening against Rogue, but you against Fatigue Rogue, like, I don't know,
Well,
maybe you don't want to draw cards.
but usually with Fatigue decks, you want to pile everything up and fatigue them at the same turn, right? You just want to overdraw them. You don't want to give them consistent draws. So I think you should keep it to look for more answers in the early game at least.
Wow, he's going to keep his whole hand, including the Brawl and the Shield Slam.
Okay.
So this lowers his chances of having a weapon, though. So I think those are decent cards, but no weapons.
Oh!
Mad Bomber.
Oh my!
We're going to see something weird. What?
Oh, both these players, man. I'm just really sad that one of them is gonna be out after this series.
Shadow Step drawn for Darkwonyx, another really weird card, and Death Lord.
I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, what is going on? Looks like he's just gonna dagger up and then play Death Lord next turn. Meanwhile, from Tides, maybe Kel'Thuzad's drawn. Maybe coin Acolyte, but maybe you kind of want to hold on to that Acolyte. Just armor pass.
Playing Matt Bomber into your own Acolyte seems like a pretty good move.
Oh yeah, but if you coin the Acolyte out this turn, then you got to be kind of afraid of Deadly Poison or Spell Power Backstab or something
That's
that
true.
could deal with it.
Right.
So yeah, he's gonna coin or he's just gonna armor and then wait until he can get guaranteed value out of the Acolyte.
Like this
Vanish.
this set of cards is not what I would predict when you ask someone, okay, you're gonna be playing in a 5K tournament, okay? What are the best cards in the game? And these people choose these kind of things, you know?
There's some interesting choices for sure. But it's gonna be really hard for Tides of Time to beat this rogue deck with his Face Hunter. Like, it even has Death Lords. Like, that's really tough for a Face Hunter to deal with. But for now, Warrior also doesn't have an answer to the Death Lord yet.
No, not currently, at least. So armor up it is. Deathlord only deals 2 damage per turn, so while it's a big body, it doesn't really throw in too much damage against the warrior. You know, take a lot of time to draw your executes and whatnot, right?
Yeah. Until it gets oiled up.
Oh wow. Oh
A
yeah.
5/8 Death Lord.
It's a little bit more scary, yes. Make your own scenarios, right?
Exactly. I guess he's gonna cycle the Thalanos. He doesn't have too much going on with his hand right now.
Nope.
And then just hit with the dagger and redagger. Knocks off all the armor.
Okay, back to Tides here.
Probably gonna see like Acolyte of Pain, coin Mad Bomber. Faceless is drawn. Wow, that is a greedy card.
Now you can reverse mill the mill rogue by facelessing the Death Lord.
Yeah, it'll pull a minion out of Darkwonyx's deck, forcing him to draw a card.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I was half joking, okay?
Yeah, that's an interesting play. Well, I assume most of Darkwonyx's cards have battle cries, and he doesn't want them to be pulled out of a Death Lord anyway. Cold-Eyed Oracle, for example, but he has the Shadow Step for it, so if it gets pulled out, he's going to be able to utilize it still. Death Lord plus 2 Cruel Taskmasters, though. That hits for a lot.
Yep, that does.
Yeah, it looks like he is going to activate that, that Death Lord for massive damage here. Wow.
Yep.
Death Lord's pretty powerful in Warrior.
Yeah, I mean, you just buffed its attack up. Any deck that can do that makes it pretty powerful. And now Darkwonyx, let's look at the board, which is you know, you gotta have to deal with this somehow.
He has Vanish potential.
Is Vanish really the thing? Oh, actually, So if you if your opponent's Death Lord and use Vanish, you actually get card advantage, right?
He would get a Cold-Eyed Oracle. You can
Alright,
Shadow Step it.
That's that's going back to your hand, right?
Sure.
Man.
He's got the problem is he has too many cards though.
Oh wow. 4 mana Loth 3 mana Lothar. Pretty good.
Yeah, he's gonna be able to replay the Lothar here, push for more damage.
You know what?
This is a good
I don't
line.
even know what Darkwonyx's win condition right now is. Like, what is he doing? Can you explain a little bit?
He's pushing for damage.
Oh, it's a damage thing right now.
Yeah, now he's pushing for damage instead of milling. Like, that's a lot of board presence.
Yeah, that is, I guess.
Like, Tides of Time doesn't have any convenient ways to remove this because he doesn't have any weapons yet. Which was sort of the risk with his mulligan. He kept a lot of cards that weren't weapons.
Matt Bomber! Oh! Oh! That's actually a pretty good.
He does a really good oil drawn for Darkwonyx. That's really important after the play he just did.
What's happening here? Oh my god!
Is that a Ysera off the Death Lord? That's crazy. Well, he's gonna be able to go face for 7 and then just vanish, though.
Yeah, I guess you have to vanish.
The worst.
What the heck is happening?
But it's a bit unfortunate for him. It's obviously not the one he wanted to see come out. But on the same side, it's unfortunate for Tides of Time. He got Laughing Sister, one of the least useful Ysera cards by far.
Oh man. I don't know. Putting a Ysera off of a Death Lord, it seems like a pretty good deal to me.
Yeah. But Darkwonyx has the answer, so it's not that bad. But this does give Tides of Time initiative on the board. He gets to play his minions before Darkwonyx does, which is a pretty big advantage.
Grom, it's not gonna get milled.
Yeah, he's got a lot of bombs that aren't getting milled here. It's
Yeah.
gonna be tough for Darkwonyx to deal with all of these huge minions.
Backstep aside is an option here.
Yeah, backstab Asai into Lothab is pretty solid.
Man, that Lothab has been played 3 times already.
Yeah, it's getting a lot of action. Lothab, of course, trades favorably with the guy there, but he daggers it anyway just in case it takes the value trade on the 3/3. Matter Palmer.
Oh my
Full
god!
bombers this deck.
What? You know, it's
Acolyte.
actually. Do you think the Tides looked at Crypt's stream or something? Because Crypt was running something like this.
Really?
Yeah,
Maybe it inspired him.
yeah. Golden Matter Bomber too. The only golden card in Tides' deck.
Well, he's got the Acolyte of Pain that's golden too. Maybe they're supposed to connect.
Oh.
The
Oh.
Golden Brothers.
Alright. Oh, here we go. Look at Darkwonyx. He's like, what the heck is happening? Oh, what? Whoa, that was the worst Matter Bomber I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's why a lot of people don't run Matter Bomber. But
Oh, okay.
kudos to Tides for bringing it. Like, definitely an impressive thing.
I think
He's
still
probably
could-
got some synergies in here with it, other than just Acolyte of Pain that we haven't seen yet.
Uh-huh.
So he's going to be able to clear the Lothab. He sets up a favorable board position for himself.
Uh-huh. I like how you're trying to make sense of this whole thing, and I just don't understand what's happening at all.
Battle Rage. That works well with Matter Bomber. It's an interesting tech card choice.
Oh my god.
Matter Bomber into Battle Rage, cycle a whole bunch.
Well, I mean, Backstab Eviscerate is a pretty easy clear, and you can
Yeah.
also set up the dagger. Yeah.
Yeah, and you gotta push some damage with your minions on board. Push the tempo a little bit. Setting up the dagger is really important too. Because then next turn you can have like Deadly Poison Oil.
All right. Well, it seems like that Darkwonyx is really pushing a lot of damage with this line of play here. Tides doesn't seem like he's running any taunters.
Yeah, Tides just drew his first weapon. So unfortunate draws by Tides that he hasn't had weapons throughout the entire game to keep clearing off these minions. Generally, they're the most important thing in this matchup, and it's why Warrior's so good against Rogue, is because they run 4 weapons. So you generally have them.
Oh, Mad Bomber time! I mean, Mad Bomber time. I mean. Yep. Yep. Oh.
It doesn't even hit any minions.
No.
Sad boys.
Well, at least Tides can still clear here.
Yeah.
Maybe you should have weapon down first before armoring up.
Yeah, maybe. Is that his first or his second shield slam?
It's the first.
Yeah, then definitely. Probably not going to matter too much because he's generally getting hit in the face again, but definitely a small misstep. You always want your armor. You always want a weapon first, then armor last, so you have the armor present for using shield slam.
Alright, more card draws. They both draw a Belcher. They kind of like, high-fived each other there. Belcher
Yeah.
high five.
Belcher high five. Alright. I guess Darkwonyx is the option between Healbot or Belcher. And I don't think he's in any risk of dying yet. So might as well Belcher. Save the Healbots for after you get Alex Drazid.
Okay.
And just thinking if he wants to Deadly Poison and Weapon that or not. If you Deadly Poison and Weapon that, it sort of makes your oil a little bit worse.
Well, it pretty much locks out oil for next turn, right?
Yeah. Weaponing it for 1. So this way the slime off of the Belcher trades with it?
Well, no, the Death Spite changed of it.
Oh, the Deathblade trades with it too. That's even more relevant. Yeah. I didn't even catch that he had the Deathblade.
Yeah.
Alright, so he's going to be able to
Execute that.
execute it.
You
We
can play
might as
the
well.
Mad Bomber. Oh my gosh, how many bombers are in this deck?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, my bet.
I just... Bombers, man. Unfortunately, he hasn't had... Well, he doesn't really want to draw cards, so I guess fortunately, he hasn't had to use them for card draw. He's gonna be able to swing here, and then hopefully a bomber connects.
Yeah. Whoa!
No, he's gonna
that's
go with
not
the Grom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, this is good. There's not very high chance he dies here,
So many
so I like it.
options.
Oh man. Okay, so I guess you need a fan to try and look for something.
Yeah, it's one of
I
the
kinda
options
suck,
for
yeah.
sure.
Mm-hmm.
Have we seen both eviscerates? I think we might have. So it's gonna be pretty hard to remove this Grom.
Oh man, I'm not even keeping track of any cards. There's just cards flying everywhere.
We might be able to see a Cold Light Oracle into Sap, something like that. Especially since he has the Shadow Step. If he fans, hits Cold Light Oracle, he can immediately play Cold Light Oracle, Shadow Step it, replay it, and try and hit a Sap, which will then kill the Grom. Because Tides' hand will be full.
I wonder.
Hmm.
But yeah, definitely really tough decisions here. He looks like he's leaning towards maybe just double heal botting and getting a board to trade with the Grom. Or to push his own face damage. Because he has the Deadly Oils.
Oh, Deadly Oil is.
Yeah, looks like he's setting up to do a lot of damage. He just saw an Execute used. He saw a Shield Slam used earlier. And Tides currently doesn't have enough armor to Shield Slam.
Yep.
So he's just trying to set up the heal bot to be able to trade with the Grom.
Wow, and that's actually really good.
Yeah,
Because
it's
six
going to be what
attack-
ends up happening.
6 attack just dodges BGH as well.
Yeah. That's a very risky and clever line that he ended up finding there, based on knowing what removal has been used. It's a pretty
Oh
good
man,
play.
that 10 damage shook the whole board.
Yeah, and I had to go into a heal bot. That's got to be pretty frustrating because you know that card already healed your opponent for 8, and then it basically just healed them for another 10 by him having to attack it for 10 damage. So that's 18
Now-
worth of heal in one card.
That is a lot of healing, but Tides has his own heal bot too, so this is going back and forth really.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
another
second
oil.
oil's drawn with the second deadly poison. It's a lot of potential damage.
Yeah, I guess you need a new dagger, so you might as well go in for 6 now. Oh!
Gang up. And that would have been helpful on like a Grom or something. Soon, when he uses Gang Up, when he's out of cards, like Gang Up's just gonna add it to his deck, right?
Yep. Yep.
So in a Fatigue War, he could just pick whatever card he needs in that situation and just add 3 of them to his deck, and then like his next draw is probably gonna be that.
Okay.
So as this gets closer to Fatigue, Gang Up's value gets a lot higher because you know exactly what you're gonna get out of it. Wow,
Oh my
Tides
goodness.
has 2 Battle Rages in his Warrior. That is not the greatest tech choice against Fatigue Rogue, but who could expect Fatigue Rogue?
I don't know what. Yeah. These two players have been constructed their own deck to beat a lot of aggro decks. But when they come together, it's just a very weird situation where I don't think anybody knows what to do. Maybe these guys do, but jeez, I certainly don't. I'm just enjoying the show here.
Tides is playing a lot of lower cost minions instead of playing his big minions. So it seems like he's really focused on playing around Sap, and we haven't seen a Sap out of Darkwonyx yet. And he's running really low on cards. So maybe both the Saps are hiding in the bottom, but I think that's what Tides is thinking when he's playing Belcher, Big Game Hunter over things like Ysera or Kel'Thuzad. He's really trying to focus on armor and play around big tempo swings out of cards like Sap.
Do you even run Sap in this deck?
I would run Sap in a Fatigue deck. I think it works really well with Cold Light Oracle for that 2-mana
Alright.
Assassinate potential.
Oh, here we go. We've seen this move before.
Yeah, the second time this play makes an appearance, and let's swing into the Belcher here.
Yeah, just trying to clear the board. That's gets a weapon. Seems like a pretty sweet KT turn, if anything.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like a really good KT turn. It's interesting that Darkwonyx didn't try and go for some sort of flurry there, since he had it.
Oh, did he even have enough mana to do it? Not if he wanted to buff the anti-kill bard.
Yeah, you could have done it without buffing the anti-kill bot though. Just
Yeah.
clear the board.
Right?
Because the anti-kill bot just sort of dies to Tides' anti-kill bot.
Well, oh
You're gonna
my
see the
god.
flurry this turn, though.
Is this gang up on the KT? No,
No, it doesn't look like... He's
don't
killing the
kill
KT. He doesn't want the KT.
Oh.
So it looks like saving the flurry paid off for him there. He was just saving the flurry, waiting for a big minion to come out, and then he could use the flurry to kill the big minion. So I think that line worked out very well for him.
KTs. 3 KTs, Firebat.
Yeah, that would have been pretty good.
Oh man. Oh, Matter Bomber gonna try it. What? Oh, what? No. Not
It's pretty close.
That was pretty close. It's
I'm
also
not
really
sure
funny
what the
that.
card counts are at. Maybe
Oh, okay,
he's
let's have the
saving
most
the
over.
5 for the
5
rogue.
to 7.
So saving for Cold Light Oracle, that adds 3 cards to his deck. So technically he's ahead in fatigue if he gangs up a Cold Light Oracle.
So
Okay.
many options.
Flurry is not really gonna be doing it though.
Yeah. Well, it looks like he's thinking about Shadow Stepping the SI, maybe?
Yeah, and then killing the bomber.
Something like that.
I
Hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to draw KT into Sylvanas. So KT would be a really bad top deck for him, actually. So not
Yeah.
ganging up the KTs is pretty good. But you have to kind of expect Sylvanas coming soon with so many cards.
What if you
already
gang up
gone
Sylvanas? You only have 5 cards. The chances of drawing Sylvanas is like 50, close to 50% at least.
What, do you really want your top deck to be Sylvanas?
You just want Cold Light right now, I guess?
This guy's toast.
Yeah, I think you can chain enough Cold Lights to just kill your opponent if you get Cold Light. Like, they actually
Alright.
just die if you're able to
Alright.
get Cold Light.
Still a pretty insane match right now. Shield Slam, the second one.
Looks like Ysera's coming down.
Yeah.
He
Well,
misses armoring up this turn, so that's a little scary. But at this point, he's taking a risk. He really needs to just get stuff out there to kill his opponent.
No, Belcher.
Well, he can flurry off the Sylvanas and then play Belcher.
Yeah, you take 5 damage though.
Yeah. Does he have Cold Lights left? He has 1 left, right?
He does have 1 left, yes.
Okay. Because he had 1 that got vanished and then he replayed it.
Yeah. He played the
Yeah.
one he vanished. So it the one that came out of Death Lord, he shadow stepped it and then replayed it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, seems like that's gonna happen. And man, the warrior's at 8.
Yeah, as soon as the Cold Light Oracle's drawn, there will be a lot of Cold Light Oracles drawn.
Well, no, that's the problem, right? If you play Cold Light Oracle first and you gang up on it, you can't actually draw more Cold Light Oracles the same turn.
Oh, that's true. So it's a 2-turn lethal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Might not be fast enough.
No, especially with the weapon that Tides is gonna get, and maybe even Nightmare or Ysera Awakens.
Yeah.
Time is
Nightmare
running
Razor
out.
could be really good.
What is this dream card? Oh, it's a
Dream.
dream. It's
Gonna be helpful against the Death Lord.
Yeah. Oh man, Darkwonyx is. Oh, it feels so bad. Where's the fishman?
Yeah, he really needs it. Maybe he should have just ganged up the KTs.
Yeah.
We've been drawing a lot of KTs.
Or Sylvanas is too, right?
Yeah.
Uh,
So many options.
I guess you have to stick to your strategy.
Yeah,
This
he's
is back
sticking to
fish
his
people.
guns.
Yeah, it's so funny that Tides can't even play any of these cards to draw cards.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
had
no.
a lot of them in his hand for the entire game.
Alright, next card for Tides is... He can push 11 damage this turn with the Dream. Pretty sweet. Don't pull the trigger, Darkwonyx. That's the only L. Your only L is to save it with the Cold Light.
I don't know. Is he thinking about maybe getting it on Death Lords and just trying to play lots and lots of Death Lords?
Oh, bunch of Death Lords.
Yeah, maybe he's done the math and he thinks like if he gets Cold Light Oracle now, it's not going to mill his opponent enough, and he just needs to set up a wall and
Oh, wow.
stall for time.
Wait, is Matter Bomber lethal here?
Sometimes. It is lethal sometimes. Let's see if he gets it. All 5 to the face.
Oh my god!
It's pretty risky.
Yeah,
Miss
it is.
armoring up, and if it doesn't lethal your opponent this turn, then if it hits you in the face for 6,
The style points. Style points up for grabs.
It is a lot of style points. I don't know. Personally, I think you have enough pressure on the board. You've already set up lethal. Might as well just armor.
Yeah.
But it is very stylish if you get it off. He's going for it. He's going for the style.
Here we go. No. Oh. No, that's not gonna work. No, oh, that's sister, man.
Man, the sister is taking heat.
Oh my god. Oh, Emperor as well, and I think that is it.
Yeah. That is the game. Really close. He just
Yeah.
needed that Cold Blood Oracle.
Wait, so
Couldn't
would you
find
say
it.
that this rogue is the best rogue to face against warrior?
That we've seen in this tournament, I'd say for sure.
Hmm. Rogues take notes.
I guess so.
Yeah. Sorry, Darkwonyx, not this one. Certainly quite refreshing to see these new decks, though.
Yeah, definitely.
He's like, I don't know what to do. Just gonna kill myself. And Tides takes the second game. I mean, the second game for himself. So it's a 2-1 right now. Darkwonyx still has his rogue available. And Tides is left as Hunter. And this is what we said, right? The both
Yeah.
of Darkwonyx is like a really good against Face Hunter.
Yeah, well, we don't know for sure, but we're predicting they're both really good against Face Hunter. So we're expecting to see both of the decks here just sort of bully the Face Hunter and bully Tides of Time out of the tournament.
Okay. Man. Mill a Face Hunter.
Yeah. Why not? I
Yeah.
think on the Face Hunter he's gonna go more for the damage play than the mill play.
Mm-hmm.
So to just get your damage in, gang up your heal bots, heal a lot, damage a lot.
Yeah, that sounds about right. But this is what Darkwonyx has been waiting for. A Hunter matchup.
Yeah, we think we could be totally wrong. Like, I've never seen these decks besides today, so we could be totally wrong off of our assumptions. But it's just something that I'm sort of speculating that they probably do well against Hunter. So we'll see the fatigue mage or the grinder mage out first.
Right. Well, duplicate Belcher seems like a pretty good play. Is it too slow though? That's the question. Tides over here obviously throws away all his cards.
We've seen Darkwonyx have cards like Explosive Sheep, Death Lord, things of that nature. So I'm sure he's going to try and mulligan for those sort of faster cards. And his hand is still really, really slow, so that's a bit unfortunate for him.
There's
Knife
the-
Juggler drawn for Tides. I think Knife Juggler is going to be a key card in this because we haven't seen a Frostbolt from Darkwonyx, and if that Knife Juggler doesn't get answered and can get just out of control, that's going to deal a lot of damage.
Seems like Flame Cannon was the removal choice for Darkwonyx instead of the Frostbolt.
Yeah, so if the Flame Cannon hits the Haunted Creeper, that's not going to be good.
No, not at all. But nothing to do with Darkwonyx to turn 1 here or turn 2. The secret is not the better secret. The better secret would have been duplicate, right? Just duplicate
Yeah.
your Belchers and just like infinite Belchers.
Definitely, but instead you have Ice Block. Is he going to coin the Water Elemental out just to contest the Knife Juggler? Or is he just going to play the secret and then coin the Belcher out?
I don't know. Either way, your turn is kind of weird, right? I mean, I guess you want to stop the bleeding as soon as possible, so you just coin the War Elemental.
Yeah. I like getting things out on the board first, as fast as you possibly can. Even though this makes your Belcher comes down slower, the Water Elemental is still a 3/6. It's a huge body that can slowly grind away at things.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh,
we're going to see
wow.
a lot of knives come out. It looks like he might even be just removing this Water Elemental. If he
Not
lands the knife
quite.
with the Leper Gnome, he can remove it with the Eagle Horn Bow. Oof,
No.
that's a miss. That's
Sadly.
unfortunate for him.
You might as well just play Mad Scientist now, then. Oh, wow. The last one's a tease.
Yeah. The second Water
Oh, that's
Elemental
a-
drawn. That's a really good top deck for Darkwonyx.
Yep. Would you kill face with this War Elemental and freeze your opponent?
I'd take care of this Knife Juggler.
It's too strong.
That guy's got to go. That guy does so much damage.
Yeah, it does represent more than a 3/2.
Yeah, it's like 4 or 5 damage, like always. It's so painful. Okay, so scary. And it also gives Face Hunter the potential to like take board back, as we saw it did 3 damage to that water elemental, almost allowing him to kill it with the Eagle Horn bow.
Yeah, that
So
is a lot of damage for a 2-drop. Just deal 3 damage.
yeah, do 3 damage to the board. And if Face Hunter is controlling your board, you're not in a good place.
Alright, well, Darkwonyx really thinking this over. His deck does support a lot of, like, taunts and heals and stuff like that, so he could forgo it and maybe lock out opponents next turn if they're only holding weapons. But yeah, like we said, that the Knife Juggler is threatening enough that you need to trade like that.
Yeah, it's definitely a tough decision to see what you want to do there. Because there's relevance in both choices. Like, neither one is strictly the right play. There's still, like, benefits to going Freezing Face instead of killing the Knife Juggler. So... But he does end up killing the Knife Juggler.
Well, everything's going to the face. Shouldn't be a surprise here.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
That's a
then
lot of
the hero-
damage.
Definitely. Way a lot of damage.
Molten Giants are getting cheaper. Blizzard?
Cheap, but not cheap enough yet.
Not yet. Oh!
Ice Block, huh? He's gonna Ice Block to try and get Molten Giant out next turn.
To do.
And then NTQ bought back up, but oh man, but then you're in taunts. Huh.
And I assume he freezes the face here. Stops some more damage than trading.
Right? And ping is gonna go to
Most likely the Leopardom.
Leopardom is like, yeah, you're not stopping any damage though, unfortunately. Not this turn at least. Can Tides prop the block here? Yes, he can.
Yeah.
Hero Abusive does it.
So you have enough mana or you have enough damage that you can attack with the 1/1 first to see if it's barrier before you commit to going all in with the Leroy.
Oh, he's just gonna go all in.
Yeah. But since you have 12, I would have liked to see maybe check first.
Once they're getting down to 1 exactly. And yeah, Darkwonyx, you gotta do something. It's your last game.
Oh, Alex Straz is a pretty good pickup.
Yeah.
I mean, you have Molten Giant, and then you can have another block. I guess.
Could play another block.
Molten Giant's coming down regardless, right? So we should probably just
Right.
get that guy on the table. And then,
I guess you want an anti-Killbot as well, but anti-Killbot is not gonna save you.
yeah, you're facing down 2, 4, 6, 8 damage minimum. So, assuming the Face Hunter has no damage in their hand. So I don't think anti-Killbot is the winning play. I think you definitely need to block, and then maybe it's right to go all face if there's some lethal top deck you could potentially get. Because you do have a lot of damage.
No. Yeah. Well,
I mean, you
what's
have
he gonna do
14
with
damage
trades?
going in next turn.
14? Yeah, I do, but... So what is this? 5, 10, 18? You can't top deck 8 damage. There's no
Yeah.
way.
There's no way. That is a pickle.
Pinging the 2-1 as well here. And obviously Tides is gonna use the hero power just in case it's a barrier. Actually, if
Yeah.
it's a barrier, he still wins. So yeah. Guess it doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
at
I
this
like the
point.
water elemental just trading with minions here because doesn't matter if he has access to the bow this turn. Matters next turn.
Oh, I just don't see how Darkwonyx can get out of this situation. I don't see it.
Alright, so he hero powers to play around barrier, and second block is getting popped. And now what does he do? He's
Wait,
gonna-
what?
Wait, why would you trade into the Molten Giant?
Yeah. Tides, you just need to pass your turn.
Yeah. Guess he's afraid of Healbot Sun Fury.
Sun Fury? Oh, yeah, that's actually... that might be a thing. Getting the secret up right now. That means if it's Explosive Trap, Darkwonyx can't actually attack. And now Death Lord is just not enough.
Yeah, it's 1 minute, but
What to do?
Tides loses out on 3 damage here by sacrificing that board, but He still wins the game through heal bot, right? Because it's 7, 8, 9. Yeah.
Yeah.
He still has enough damage to win the game through heal bot. And the explosive trap is just even more damage. So it looks like Darkwonyx is finished here.
Yep. Man, those were some very creative decks.
He just
But
didn't.
it's not gonna work.
Yeah. His early game was just too weak against the face hunters.
Yeah. Bang. That was one of the weirdest series I've ever seen.
Yeah. It looks like Tides is gonna take it. So. Grinder Mage. I guess it's not favored against hunters?
I'm not. So what is Grand Mage favored against then? Paladin maybe? Actually, in this tournament, there has been 0 paladins, one priest right, from Darkwonyx, no shamans at all. So right now, it seems like that players have been really focusing on a specific amount of decks, right? The only person that didn't bring a druid was Darkwonyx. So I guess druid is the most popular choice right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's interesting that the Grinder Mage didn't perform very well against the Face Hunter. I would have thought with all the heals, all the taunts, that it would have done fairly good against the Face Hunter. Maybe that was a bit of a poor draw because his early game was really weak, and the Face Hunter had that Knife Juggler, which ended up getting a lot of damage in.
Yeah, the
But
Knife Juggler did do a lot of work. And if we go ahead to back to the brackets right now, after that very interesting series, we have Darkwonyx unfortunately dropping out of the tournament. He's gonna. Oh, we're gonna update that soon, I guess. In time to time, it's gonna advance forward, and it's gonna be facing against the loser between Muzzy and Tom. Both players are doing, pretty well currently. And over at that match, we're gonna play that matchup first after the break, of course, and finishing the whole bracket today, and see who is going to play the playoffs along with our previous winners there, Frid and Purple Drink. Of course, we want to thank Namecheap for sponsoring the tournament. Make sure you go check out Namecheap if you want your own website domain. That's namecheap.com. Lots of great deals there. So thanks a lot, Namecheap. And I guess we are gonna go on a break. Make sure to predict who you think is gonna get out of the bracket from Group B here.